Plymouth State University, and welcome to the Clock's first news broadcast of the semester. I'm anchor Sean Michael Dunphy.
And I'm Ben DiZoglio, and we'll be bringing you highlights of the news all semester long.
To begin, let's start with our first article about Rome snowboards coming to Plymouth State University. On Saturday, February 19th, Rome snowboarding professional riders LNP, Cameron Strand, and others rode and jibbed their way through two students' backyard. Juniors Zach Brown and Adam Berthium designed and built their own snowboard park in their Langan Street house's backyard. The two winners got to spend the entire weekend with Rome Pro snowboard riders and had their park featured on an online video, and each were allowed to pick a board from the upcoming year's catalog. What an amazing feat, Ben!
Quite amazing indeed, Sean. In other news, on Thursday, February 17th, about 35 students from PSU went to Concord State House where they voiced their opposition to the marriage bills being passed. The bills include House Bill 04377 and 0433. Supporters of the LGBTQ community wore red to show their support for the LGBTQ rights. It's always great to see PSU students getting politically active.
It really is, Ben. And in fact, our next story is about House Bill 176 and the rally that took place on Thursday, February 24th. Students from Plymouth State University, but not associated with the university, made their way to the Concord State House to state their opposition to House Bill 176, which would actually prevent students from voting in the town or city in which they attend a college or university.
On January 30th, New Hampshire House Bill 176 was brought up for discussion amongst the Plymouth State University Student Senate. We've spent the past weeks addressing our administration and alumni active in state politics in order to fully understand the bill. Student Body President Brian Funk and Speaker Greg Oberg, on behalf of the Student Senate and Student Body, opposed the bill due to the disenfranchisement of students. There is currently a drafted resolution denouncing the disenfranchisement of voters set to go before Senate within the week. We are actively monitoring the progression of the bill and acting as necessary.
One of the supporters of this bill, William O'Brien, the New Hampshire Speaker of the House, was actually quoted saying, "I look at towns like Plymouth and Keene and Hanover, and particularly Plymouth. They have lost their ability to govern themselves." Hopefully the presence of Plymouth State University students at the rally created awareness in political leaders to show that this is really an issue that concerns college students.
And now to sports. In front of a sallow crowd, all 9 of Plymouth seniors were honored with a heartwarming ceremony. The Panthers jumped out to an early lead thanks to a great feed from Travis Stevens, who set up Andrew Stewart for a power play goal. The penalty kill was great all night as the Panthers killed all 6 of the Rams' power plays. After surrendering 2 goals, the Panthers went on the power play and tied the game when forward Brian Kreiner had his 13th goal of the year. Number 19, Tyler Greco, forward from Hillside, Illinois, scored 57 seconds into overtime to give the Panthers a 5-4 victory, bringing their overall record to 14-4-5. The final regular season home game will be Saturday, February 26th at 3 p.m. Get out there, PSU faithful, and support your hockey team.
Sounds like it's going to be a great end to the regular season.
Let's hope so.
In other news, the Northern Pass Project shocks New Hampshire residents. New Hampshire has often found pride in its scenic beauty. In fact, tourists come from all over to see Lake Winnipesaukee in the summer, the foliage in the fall, and to ride its snowy mountains in the winter. In fact, tourism brings about $3.5 billion annually into New Hampshire. But could this all be in jeopardy? The Northern Pass Project makes that a possibility. The project would permit about 140 miles of massive tower lines to be built from northern New Hampshire to central New Hampshire, where they would end in a converter unit in Franklin. The converter unit alone would cost about $250 million to construct, and the overall total average of the project would be about $1.4 billion. While this would provide about 300 to 350 jobs for New Hampshire residents, they have other concerns, such as the depreciation in property value, and also the health effects that are at place. According to an Oxford Childhood Cancer Research Group, children under the age of 15 living within 100 meters of high voltage power lines, similar to the ones that would be implemented into the Northern Pass Project, have close to twice the risk of developing leukemia. The project is estimated to begin in late 2013 with construction, but until then, New Hampshire residents are doing their best to make sure that they have their opinions voiced through a group called Live Free or Fry. To find out more information, visit www.livefreeorfry.com or northernpass.us.
Now to Steve with the weather.
Howdy folks, and welcome to the clock weather here at Plymouth State. I'm Steve Lanciani, and I'm going to be your weatherman. So let's see, today, Friday, it's looking like we're going to get a storm system moving in. We're going to have some snow, looks like to start. It's definitely going to be cold enough, temperatures right around freezing, maybe closer to 30, so it's going to start as snow. But the issue with this storm is that it might be changing to some form of sleet or freezing rain. I personally think that enough cold air will be in place to keep it as snow. However, it's going to be very close to the freezing mark, so let's keep in mind that any snow that we get will be heavy and wet, and it'll make a real pain for shoveling. It's going to be like shoveling cement, but it'll also keep amounts lower. So initially, I'm thinking maybe 3 to 5 inches. The lower amounts if we go to sleet and or freezing rain, higher amounts if it stays all snow. Looking into Saturday, we're looking at mostly cloudy. It's going to dry up, no more precip, but clouds are going to stick around. It's going to keep a little bit of warmth in, but still, in a cold pattern. There's cold air coming down from Canada, so it's going to be right around 25, maybe somewhere, plus or minus a couple degrees. Not going very far. Sunday, we're looking at same deal, maybe a little bit more cloudy, a little bit warmer. Temperatures maybe near 30. But same kind of thing, like gray day, not very nice. And it's looking like it's going to continue in that pattern. We're looking at Monday, maybe a snow shower or two. Nothing really major, but once again, in the 20s, maybe like 26, 27. Mostly cloudy, and it's looking like we're going to stay in that pattern through the rest of the week. So that's it. That's my forecast. Let's hope we get at least a little bit of snow out of this system, because I know it'll be good for the slopes and great for the skiers and snowboarders. So thanks for tuning in, and back to Ben and Sean. See you next week.
Thanks, Steve. Well, thanks for tuning in for our first broadcast. Be sure to check in next week.
And also, make sure to stop by the Hub to pick up your copy of the clock this week, which will have more about any of the stories that we've told here tonight. From everyone here at the clock, I'm Sean Michael Dunphy. Have a great evening, Plymouth State.
I'm Ben DiZoglio. Stay classy, PSU.